Hey everybody, Dr. Tom Carr here of drstocks.com. Now, we are about to launch a webinar, an all-inclusive webinar, How to Trade for a Living, the complete stock and options course. I did a lot of private coaching over the years, met with hundreds of clients and hedge fund managers. I don't have the time to do that anymore. You're going to get in this webinar all that I taught them and a lot more. We're going to be presenting this webinar at the first weekend and the second weekend of February. So you want to mark those dates on your calendar. The system I'm going to introduce you to today that you will get fully disclosed in the webinar itself is based on a system that Sir John Templeton, the great hedge fund manager, investor, billionaire, he passed away recently, but he's an amazing genius in the market. He developed a system way back in the 1940s that harnessed the power of undervalued New York Stock Exchange stocks. He revealed some of the parameters of that system in this book, Investing the Templeton Way. I've been able to take his work, advance it into a system of my own, and I'm going to show you every facet of that system. But first, let's look at how well it works. So we're here at the scanning software that I use and the software I use for all my backtesting and experimenting purposes. It's a rather expensive piece of software. You don't need to buy it yourself, but if you want to, I will show you exactly how to program it so you can replicate the returns that I get. If you don't want to spend the money for that, I will also show you a way you can do it for free using online resources. But let me just show you the screen itself. I've inputted the screen. I call it the Templeton Tweak Scan, and I'm going to backtest this system using a 4-week holding period, benchmark the S&P 500. We're going to go back 10 years. So our end point is the 23rd of December 2016. Our starting point is the 22nd of December 2006. Let's run this scan and see how well it does. Now, it's going to take about 10-12 seconds to perform that data crunch. I'll tell you that this particular system uses 2 valuation metrics and one technical metric. And let's take a look at the returns. Let's first take a look at the chart here, and I'll put it in log scale so make it look a little clearer than it did before. It's just beyond words as how powerful this system is. Let's say, for example, you started here at time 0 with $10,000 and invested in this system every 4 weeks. So you're only running the scan every 4 weeks. Once a month, basically, you're going to be trading in the market. You're only going to be putting on 2 or 3 trades a month, and that is it. Your $10,000 turns into $100,000 in about 9 months. Hello? $100,000 becomes your first million in less than 3 years, 2.5 years. That 1 million turns into 10 million in about 3.5 years. 10 million becomes 100 million in about 5.5 years. You get the point. Now, you're probably not going to be making much more than that because you're going to have too much money to invest in too few stocks. But you can just see how powerful it is. In fact, if you were able to trade this scan every month with all of your account, you would start $10,000 at time 0 10 years ago, and today you're looking at an account of about 10 billion. Let's take a look at the numbers. Here we have the numbers are so big they don't even fit on the screen. Our compounded annual growth rate is 294.4%. That compares very favorably to a 7.1% annual return on the S&P 500. Your $10,000 initial investment has become $9,105,363,968 with a win ratio of 69%. Now that's pretty good in and of itself. So 7 out of 10 months you're making money compared to 62% for the S&P 500. Yes, your max drawdown, 55.7%, is pretty heavy compared to 48.8% for the S&P, but consider that we are only holding 3 stocks versus 500 stocks for the S&P 500. Those are all big cap stocks. We're holding small cap stocks. This is an amazingly robust system. Consider also that this is including the 2008-2009 market crash. You actually made money with this system in 2008, if you can believe that. So that's the system you're going to get fully disclosed in the webinar, along with 5 other swing trade systems. You're going to get my best day trading system, all fully disclosed, and you're going to get how I use options to increase income and lower risk. So everybody that signs up is going to get over $2,000 of free trading resources. But I'm going to give special incentives to the first 10 people to sign up. I have a number of trading DVDs that I'm going to be giving away from other of my competitors, but they're good stuff nonetheless. Trader's Secret System, several DVDs from some pristine traders, Ron Wagner about day trading and gap trading and guerrilla trading. You're going to get also, if you're one of the 10 to sign up, you can have your choice of one of my 3 trading books, and I'll go ahead and sign those and ship them out to you for free. Now, the dates to keep in mind: February 3rd and 4th. It's going to be Friday night. We'll get a good start Friday night, and then we'll go through most of the day Saturday. And then we're going to repeat it again on the 10th and 11th of February. So you want to keep those dates in mind. This is a live webinar, and then you're going to get a recording of the webinar that you can go back through and study at your leisure. 12 hours of teaching all together. And you're going to get the exact systems and rules and steps that I use in my trading itself. Nothing is being held back. I'm not going to upsell you to anything else. This is it. This is all I know that works in the markets, and I'm not going to tell you anything that doesn't work because I don't want you to get mad at me, okay? Whether you have a small account or a large account, you'll be able to tailor these trading systems to fit your capital account. $2,145 in free trading resources, as I mentioned. Everyone's going to get 6 months to all 5 of my stock pick letters. You're going to get 3 free months to my options letter. You're going to get 12 months of stock lists from the software that I have programmed, very expensive software. And that's just going to give you a good head start on trading the systems. Now, you're going to be able to scan for those stocks yourself, but I just wanted to make sure that everyone was starting on the right foot, getting a good, healthy list of stocks that fit all the parameters that you'll see work really well in the markets, as you've already seen. You're going to get lifetime access to Chart Reading 101 and 102 webinars. You're going to get signed copies of my just published Complete Swing Trade course that's selling right now on Amazon.com for $99. You're going to get it for free. And you're going to get my fairly new Complete Day Trading course, which is selling for about $80 on Amazon. Now, I am limiting this webinar to 100 students only, and I will let you know when you can start to sign up. I'm going to ask for about a 10% deposit upfront, non-refundable, just to secure your spot. But once we get to 100, that's it. I'm shutting it off, and I'm not going to give this webinar again as far as I know. I mean, maybe we'll give it again in a couple of years, but I really want to take some time off from all the coaching. All right, folks, God bless. We'll see you again in a few days, and I'll give you details on how to secure your spot for this webinar. Bye now.